Welcome back to Spiderman.
Spiderman. It's gonna be the
Too much.
Jack and Derek show.
Yep. James is dead once again. He has passed away.
Now, I don't know if we'll be able to explore it because we're starting this game in New Game Plus, but they just released a new suit for Miles, and apparently uses machine learning for realistic muscle deformation when moving around.
And the answer
Whoa, wait, what?
is new form.
You heard me.
What does that mean?
It just means that the suit will flex with what muscles are used, and it uses machine learning to figure out what the fabric is going to be doing.
Okay.
I don't know if that's for everything, or if we see it now. I have no idea.
Well, let's hop into suits.
For a planet
Oh, I got some skills.
I didn't even know if he updated the game.
Rocks on.
I should have auto done it, right?
True.
Skill points 4. Okay.
What was that?
Yeah, just grab that. Grab that.
We know how to Venom jump.
I'll save 2 for later. Yeah. Okay, that's missions. Move list. Character. Oh, suits. There we go. Let's see what we got. Oh, is this it?
Yeah.
Advanced tech suit.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes, that's it.
We're using that. That looks nice. What else do we get? Oh yeah, we got the Spideyverse suit. Okay, so we'll take the advanced tech suit. Decrease damage from range attack.
Yeah, we
Oh
don't need
yeah.
that one.
Whoops. And then suit mods. Oh, I don't have these unlocked yet, huh?
You only have that one.
Oh yeah, this one this lowers my frames per second on Miles only. I forgot about that. It makes Miles look all choppy. I'll put it on just for a second, but it's rough.
Oh yeah. It gives him the 30 FPS thing.
Yeah,
Oh, look at those reflections.
I gotta turn that off.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah, please.
Thank you.
Look at how glowy his suit is.
Yeah, look at the little butt glows. Looks good. I guess we'll push through this as well.
No sign of
New
anybody.
form.
He broke
Yeah,
a
look
bunch
at that
of
shine
stuff.
on his shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
For something.
Oh, Sir Punch-a-Lot.
God, I hate Sir Punches a lot. They're very annoying enemies. What also makes them more annoying is that they constantly change weapons.
Just search for
Yeah, they shift around.
What were they gonna do with it?
Got it.
Of course you're right.
Man,
I forgot how to switch stuff. Got it. Got it. Woo, took me a second. Hi, B.
your tech is
Happy.
There we go. Gotta get back into it.
Yeah, Yankee's right. Venom's a good name.
Guess I can't get me in the air.
We'll hold him here. Everyone else get upstairs.
For now.
We're gonna need
Woo!
backup.
Woo!
What are you doing hiding up here?
Haven't seen you guys before.
Got it.
Yeah, it's
Zap.
it's just so much easier taking them out quickly.
Right, just like save it for them.
Yeah. Ooh, you better heal, bud.
Where are these weapons? Memory metal?
Bye. He's like, I'm gonna join the fight. Nope.
I know, right?
Cancel. Cancel.
More of them.
Woo! I think they picked a good. Set of enemies for this game.
Yeah.
Woo!
These guys definitely keep you on your toes. Their guns fire. It feels like their guns fire so quickly.
I don't want to say that it would be difficult for them to keep it fresh after the last Spider-Man game, because this is, although it is its own story, it is technically an expansion.
Yeah.
But I think they did a really good job, like keeping a variety on the enemies while still going with the arc of difficulty that you would expect from the game.
Yeah. And because even with the next game, whatever the next game's going to be, they could bring out more villains too. Because we obviously have the Green Goblin thing happening. We know that Kurt Connors is working with Osborn, so that could be a potential lizard.
Yep, we could get a potential lizard. And this is late career Spider-Man, so we have plenty of enemies ready to show up.
Oh,
you know,
Mysterio.
I did that grocery shopping your mom.
yeah,
You know how dope his stuff can look like with how this game deals with everything.
yeah, absolutely. We could get a whole new look on Mysterio.
Like, did you watch Far From Home?
Yeah, of course.
Those Mysterio effects were unbelievably good.
Yeah, that they did a really good job with that Mysterio.
Yeah, like when I saw him at first, I'm like, oh yeah, it's pretty neat. But then it went straight into what the shows did. It's like, holy crap. And you could see why Spider-Man would have a problem with
Oof.
it. Because you think Mysterio, and you're like, he's not much of a villain. You know? He's not strong, he's just smart.
Right.
But when you saw him, when you're done with combat, did you see that guy stuck in the billboard?
Yeah. Just let him have it.
Yeah, is he still there? I've never seen that before. I think his leg's broken. Tangling like that? Oh my god.
Right? Okay. Forgot how to... For all the controls. Oh, right.
Come on, Jack.
Play this again. Get out of the way! What a cool map of the city.
It is.
They were talking about new farm shipments. Need to figure out what they found.
There was a
so I know where they're gonna
flashback
head
in
next.
that Far From Home where Mysterio,
They were tracking
well,
new farm
Mysterio
shipments.
before he was Mysterio.
Why?
I forget his name.
Yeah, I forget.
They could take it from
Uh,
here. Gotta look into this later.
where he is showing off the bit for he's showing off the bit to
Christmas dinner sounding pretty good right about
where's
now.
my whole brain power
Go
is
look
not
into that group.
with it right now.
And the new farm
He's giving a
shipments
presentation to Stark essentially.
Yeah. Was it about fart?
I believe it was.
Because, yeah, I think it was.
But in and it's a crossover scene from Captain America.
It's too cold to change out here.
Oh.
Yeah. But in Captain America, nobody's laughing, but nobody's like actually into it. But in Far From Home, the whole crowd is laughing in the background.
Interesting.
So like he truly felt humiliated, even though he really wasn't.
Oh, that's right. When Tony was doing the presentation on it, everyone was like clapping and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting.
But it wasn't in the original scene. The first time that we saw the scene, like it wasn't that big of a deal. Spider gear.
I'm gonna look up more information on that
I think I have to.
muscle
Pizza means
deformation.
Yeah, like are we supposed to see stuff? Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's also hard to see anything while I'm moving, a million miles an hour.
Glad Genki's staying a couple of weeks. Gonna be a lot of late nights working on spider gear.
Mijo.
What was that?
All good. Little spill.
I like how
Real quick.
she asked us to help her get the apartment ready, and I think we like. What do? We pick some music and we
Yeah.
put some stuff on the table.
Yeah.
Qué guapo.
Gracias, mama.
Oh, we got the apartment
I'm
ready.
excited to
We
get
didn't even
started.
do nothing.
Can you get the apartment ready? Oh, maybe put on some music.
Con
to set the
Flarbit.
mood? Ah, Naja.
Really? Your campaign manager on Christmas Eve?
I'm going.
Tomorrow's rally isn't going to plan itself. Thanks for getting the apartment ready, mijo. Hello?
Man, if it's anything like me, I'm never gonna be fully unpacked. I may as well just throw away the boxes I didn't unpack. I'm clearly not missing whatever it
No
is.
records. Hey, Mom. Where's Dad's vinyl?
Should be in my room.
Thanks. Guess Mom's not done unpacking either.
Who is the Prowler?
Screams of Bella.
Oh, okay. It's
Mom
much
ordered
easier
like
to
100
see
of
in
these 'cause the
still
article mentioned
images,
Dad.
but
Who
I can
is the
definitely
Spider?
see it.
If only you knew.
Can you?
Ma.
Yes.
Well, what's that?
I'll show you some.
Must have gotten mixed up in the move.
So
One of Dad's old case files.
look at his shoulder.
Who's the Prowler?
Do you see how this skin tight
I wonder if Dad ever caught the guy.
really concave?
Oh yeah.
Looked through these since
It's
before
stuff like
City
that.
Hall.
Okay. Jeez, we're not gonna notice that.
No, not in motion.
No.
Definitely
Dad's
not.
favorite album. He put this on every Sunday while
But
he
it
made
could
coffee.
help with just it gives them more definition.
Yeah.
And I bet we get it more with because it's only with certain suits. I
So
think
what?
we get it more with this suit because it's more skin tight and less like armory than the new one.
TJ.
The
So we
greatest
get it with
record
other
ever.
suits.
Only a couple, so it looks like the one that he makes and the new suit have it, but I don't know what other suits have it.
Classy.
Okay, well let's
You didn't like jazz
jumpsuits.
when I
Why
was
not, man?
little?
Yeah, so
What about like
it
this one?
10 years in
no,
Brooklyn
it's
without a stain.
2 down.
Then we moved to Harlem.
This one?
Might be a sign.
Classic.
Un segundo.
Yeah. So it's
You know
his
I don't
story
want him
suit.
coming around here.
That
I just
the
thought-
classic suit.
Okay. All right, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Let's talk
Anytime.
about it later, okay?
Naja. Naja. Right, turn the tree on.
Well, let's see. The update also improves stability and lighting issues found within the game. The previous
Nah,
updates
I'm
have
back.
added save transfers from PS4 to PS5, fixed post-game day-night cycles, and fixed various bugs.
What's wrong with the day-night cycles?
Glad Dad's tree survived the
I just
move.
find it interesting when they fix bugs in games that I never noticed.
Yeah, exactly.
No Christmas
It's
like
like,
a Brooklyn Christmas.
what?
Miss hearing him say that.
That doorbell's been broken for years. Miles, could you get that?
Of course.
Is that our guest of honor?
Finn?
Hey, fixed your doorbell.
It's so good to see you. How are you? It's been like
Months.
You know,
A lot's changed.
there's not a lot of
really has.
Is that our guest
well,
of honor? Come on in.
I can't
you
think
two.
of them off the top of my
Dinner's
head,
almost ready.
but there's not a lot of
so glad you could
parents
make
and
it. Thanks
superheroes
for inviting me, Mr.
stuff that I
Morales.
like a lot.
We
Aunt
missed
May is
you.
like one of them,
Well, this
but
is
Miles's
special.
mom is amazing.
Yeah.
She's an amazing mom.
Finn. This is
Well, I
Ken,
think it goes
my
with
friend from Brooklyn Visions Academy.
super. I guess to be a superhero, you have to lose your parents.
My best friend.
That and Disney movies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys won the middle school science fair. at
I
County,
like that
right?
Miles
You
at
made
the
a-
end is asking Peter for
Energy
advice
converter.
on his mom knowing his secret identity. He's like, sorry, that's new.
Wiring in
That's
this
new to
building
me.
is such a
Yeah.
mess.
I'll check the circuit breaker.
Can't help you.
Gracias.
But then
Oh.
we get the
Christmas
fucking
pie
crying scene in Spider-Man.
I know.
Freaking May dying. It's like, oh.
Spoilers, Jesus.
Okay, if they're watching us play
No
Miles
good.
Morales, they know what
Record
happens in
doesn't have
Spider-Man.
power.
Shut
No.
up.
No.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Let me check if I can see anything from the fire escape.
Okay, Uncle Ben comes back to life.
What is wrong with you?
Definitely can't get to the transformer from here.
Oh, so Uncle Ben's rice. I guess they're taking Uncle Ben off of Uncle Ben's rice now.
Oh, that's terrible.
Dude, and like they already took Aunt Jemima off of the
Yep,
syrup.
I read that.
And then
'Cause
there was
too
another one.
racist.
What was the other one?
Can't go up there.
I'm not sure.
I
I didn't know there was the third one.
don't remember either. But I will say
Hope
this:
no one can see me up here.
they keep calling it racist,
Don't look out the window.
but they're only pulling the colored icons.
Yeah.
I don't
And
see any white icons going. They're not getting rid of they're not getting rid of the Quaker Oats guy.
here's the other thing, is they're overcorrecting, I think.
What do you mean?
It worked.
Well, we had all this stuff. We had
Not think this through.
all
Gotta
the
get back inside
racist, quote unquote racist icons from products get off the shelves. There were some white voice actors who were voicing black characters,
I remember
Quit?
that. Yeah.
and it's like, guys, it's not. This is like a scratching the surface type of thing. It's a deep-rooted system that we need to upheave from the bottom
Gotta capture him.
and
Didn't we wait for
undo.
Miles?
No, he hates
The shit
photos.
like
All right,
getting rid of
everyone
Aunt
squeeze in.
Jemima,
Ready?
what the hell is that going to do in real life?
photo.
Nothing.
I just wish I understood why.
Hey, Miles.
Because I feel like
Down. I got
and I
this.
don't know. I don't know. I'll say that right now. I don't know. But I feel like whoever Aunt Jemima is modeled after is probably pretty fucking proud to be Aunt Jemima.
Yeah. And it's the other thing is, this is off the top of my head, and I don't know if it's completely true.
This is our attempt to understand.
Yes, most people way up there in corporate are usually white. And they like to think they can humanize when it's like, oh, we need to get rid of our icon. When all of us are down here, it's like, we don't fucking care.
Yes, this could absolutely be a case of a bunch of white people trying to appeal,
Yeah.
and not knowing what the hell the actual problem is.
Yeah.
Tell us
Nobody
everything.
freaking cares.
Like, well, we did a thing. We did a thing.
Yeah.
But I've
Yeah.
been studying
job.
biotech on
It's
my own.
absolutely that. And it's
Says the guy who
it's
has to
why
work
I
at
like to
Ascot
say
School.
Hey, only
the
on
higher
Tuesdays.
up in corporate you go,
Does your brother Rick
the less
still work
common
for
sense you
Rockstar?
have. The people with the most common sense are down on the floor.
I can
I don't
see
know
them. Well,
how
yeah, because
anyone
they're
could
in
work
it.
there after
They're in the
seeing your
shit, you
last
know.
They're in it, they
ad.
see it,
You went for
and then you
Simon
can
Krieger's
tell your
jugular.
corporate all the problems you want. And I make fun of this at work because we have like monthly safety meetings for
Did you
the
spread
safety
word
people.
about tomorrow's rally?
And
We'll be trending by midnight.
there's some legit problems with the concrete because we're in a floodwater basin,
Sometimes
so
it
it's
feels like Simon
constantly
Krieger's my real
our
opponent.
concrete's constantly cracking,
Rockstar has
and
so much
going over it
influence
with the
here,
forklifts,
but they don't answer to anyone except for
it'll damage the
shareholders.
forklifts, it'll damage
Harlem
us
needs someone
because
to fight
forklifts
for
don't
the
have
community.
freaking suspension.
Or
That's
knock the
Mom's
stuff
campaign
off of the
speech
forklift.
was,
Yeah.
in case you couldn't
And,
tell.
but then they're like, oh, the concrete's
you
too
wanna
expensive,
proofread
it's out of our
these before I
budget.
post them?
But it's a
Yes,
safety concern.
Do not hit
Nah,
them.
it's okay. It's like, why do we even bring this up then?
Do you know what Toyota's Kaizen system is? So Toyota has a
So,
system
what's
that
going on
they
with you?
came up with, and
What
I've
do you mean?
I've actually worked at a
Seem-
couple jobs that have
I
implemented
don't
it,
know.
but
Distracted.
it is a lot of
Wanna
very
talk about it?
good arguments of
Not tonight.
having exactly what you need,
Christmas.
not keeping around
Hey,
distraction
how are you
or
handling the
clutter,
move from Brooklyn?
and very
I mean,
importantly, and I agree with this very much, eliminating a problem before it
hate it.
becomes a bigger
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
That's your.
You know,
hate it, but I'm too nice
Like,
to say it.
if you have a machine that is creating
I don't know
defects
anybody here.
in your
I'm
product,
always having to ask
and
for
not
directions.
everybody, you know, the defect is small, but
A barber
a lot
shop,
of
somewhere you
people
can
want
shoot
a perfect
hoops.
product. And I understand that if
They'll
you're going to
settle
spend
in.
money, you want a perfect product,
Yeah.
right? As a customer, sure, I would want a
hang out
perfect
tomorrow.
product.
It's the same reason that's
Just a tool.
what, sorry, I hate to
You're not too
derail you,
busy?
but
It's
I
winter
get the
break.
same thing with like
I
people
can
hating
put
on
off homework
IKEA.
for at least another
They're
week.
like, the screw holes don't fit. It's like, do you realize how much they manufacture
I'll
these
text you.
things?
Right. Like, you
I
realize
mean,
you bought a whole bookshelf for
nowadays,
$60,
you know,
right?
Yeah.
friend-
No,
the last time I saw you.
but like, sorry, I got to re-rail now.
Sorry.
But it's like, but you do have customers who do complain about it, and that's a product that you can't take it apart, you can't unmanufacture it, you can't. It's just garbage now, or it goes
So I
somewhere
stayed up
else.
last night and designed an
How
app
many
for
of
your new
those?
suit. Things got a
How many
crazy
returns?
custom
How many
OS,
losses do
nothing
you
I've ever
take
seen
before it's like
But I ran
you
it
could have
through a
just fixed the
disassembler
problem
so I could
early
reverse
on?
engineer the plugin architecture
You know?
and,
Is it 12 of those product coming back? 40.
Just
Well, how
fell asleep
expensive
again,
would it have
didn't
been just to fix the problem when it arrived?
And I think it also depends how many they sell. I mean, one of the things that I look at Volkswagen.
It's almost
The
like
main
wild.
problem with my generation of car, which is around the Mark 6 2010 year, was their water
Thank
pump.
you.
They went through 4 revisions of the water pump.
Yeah, man. Let's do this.
I replaced mine prematurely with the latest revision, but I met a guy at Costco. He said through the dealer, he's had his water pump replaced 3 times. All the different revisions, and they've all failed.
Holy crap.
Yeah. That's ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
And when you sell this many cars or this many products, they don't care.
Yeah, they don't care.
I mean, look at,
they care enough to keep your business.
yeah. And like, look at the previous generation for mine, the Mark V, where it had the FSI engine, the cam follower. This little tiny thing would fail like every 20,000 miles and it could destroy your car. Little tiny thing.
Aaron Davis.
It's like, why?
That's my uncle.
Yeah, why not
Does
just
he know you're Spider-Man?
fix it?
No,
Yeah.
gotta be a coincidence.
But then I was also talking to my friend where it's like, he has a Ford Escape, and he says he loves it, except, I mean, everyone has their gripes about their cars.
Of course.
His,
I have a great car, but I have my own gripes.
yeah,
I mean,
his sunroof got stuck open, so he had to get that closed.
sucks.
Hey there.
Now, this is a brand new car. Well, brand new.
I'm
It's still
Spiderman,
in warranty.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
But he goes to the Ford dealer, and they're like, "Oh, the sunroof isn't covered by warranty." Why the fuck did I buy a warranty through you guys?
Yeah?
It's the crap where it's like, this is a powertrain warranty, this is a drivetrain warranty, this is the regular warranty, but all this other stuff is not under warranty. It's like, why isn't my freaking car just under warranty? Everything.
Oh,
Right.
Like, a
what's the
warranty
point of
should be a
spending this much
warranty.
money?
man.
Hey, forgot to mention.
And I think that's asinine. Now, I've never owned cars that had a warranty on it,
Underground.
because
You know
like,
anything else about them?
all the work I've done was out of pocket. And I've told you, on my car, throughout its life of me owning it, I probably spent maybe like $6,000.
Thanks for the tip.
But it's also extremely reliable and has never gave me a check engine light.
Really have a way to get in touch to this Apple.
Yeah, knock on wood. Right.
Because you never know with German cars, because I know with like Japanese cars and American cars, they have like the spec, and it could go either higher than that spec or lower than that spec. And the spec is so wide that you don't get a check engine light until your car sounds like it's screaming its head off.
Right. So
But
you
with
have
the-
like an actual problem.
Yeah, but with the German car, if something's like 1 millimeter out of place, it's like, check engine light. I'm broken.
That was the joke for the old Jettas. I mean, you had a perfectly good running Jetta that lived with a check engine light.
Yeah.
To the point where if you went and bought an old Jetta, they would put in the description, doesn't have a check engine light, and that was like a buying point.
Yeah. But it's like these car manufacturers, they don't care because they make these cars to fail. Because just like phone makers, they want you to buy the next year's model.
Of course. That's how they make money.
There's the sensors.
Exactly, and you can't change that. That's just business.
Way too many wires on
It's
this.
the business model.
It's gotta be messing with the signal.
Now, granted, there have been
These
people
cables go.
to try and not fix the problem, but do it differently. I mean, look at Tesla. Some people have their problems that you can't work on their cars, but I've heard when they do use their warranty stuff, it's far superior.
Hey, you're
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, my buddy Tommy has an FRS, FT86, that car,
Yeah.
and he has the Toyota warranty, and he goes to Beaverton for it. And
being jammed by something.
yeah, he paid for it, so that means when he gets an oil change, he doesn't have to pay for it. But the amount of times he's told me that he has to go back to the shop because they overfilled his oil, so now it's burning oil. Or
Crazy tech.
it's leaking a little bit because they didn't change the plug. They didn't give you a new one. They just reused the old one. It's like, you know, when I pay $90 for my oil change, guess what? it's done right the first time, and I never have to deal with it ever again.
Well, that's because you go to a guy that, I mean, you go to like a shop that gives a shit about your car.
Yeah, I go to a Volkswagen Audi specialist.
You know, where a lot of like, what am I doing wrong here? On the Holo gadget, this one. Got it. Sorry, I had to craft a thing and I wasn't paying attention. I was listening to you. Where a lot of like dealerships, those mechanics are paid per car that they get out the door, per car that they finish and move onward. So it's like, how do you expect that person to give a shit about the service that they're giving you?
Yeah.
You know, you can't, because those guys, they need to make a paycheck, and there are a lot of ways where there's a lot of ways where, like, you know, they don't make enough money.
Yeah.
Or even for the few that do, there's an opportunity to make more money. Or even worse, they can have the dealership jumping down their neck for how many cars that they're not pushing out.
Yeah. That was
which I've seen before as well.
That was my dad's problem when he worked for one of the dealerships as one of the detailers. It was more about how many cars you could get done in a day than how good of a job you actually do.
Right. And it's there should be a fine line between speed and work, but that line needs to be reasonable.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, you can't just not care about the job you're doing,
like,
and just try and get as many customers their cars as possible.
For the people that don't know me, I have two main hobbies. It's computer building and car detailing. And when people come to me for car detailing, I have my price list. And I have something called the enhancement detail. I call it a multi-stage exterior detail, which aims to get your vehicle looking as good as possible in a day. And that could be anywhere between 8 to 12 hours depending on the weather, and I charge $300. Some people could say that's a lot, but also, unless you come to me, I go to you. So you don't have to figure out anything else, because most dealer places or detailers that you go to, you have to leave your car there overnight. And sometimes that just can't happen.
Right? I mean, because there are some detail places that'll like give you, they'll give you like a rental.
Yeah.
But they don't keep a rental for every customer that comes in. Mm-hmm. First off, so if somebody already has that rental, they might only have one or two more, you know. And then on top of that, there's you might not qualify for a rental.
Yeah.
You know, you might have a terrible history, garbage insurance. You might just not be old enough. You know, you're 21, 22 trying to get a car and you can't get a rental.
Yeah, and like I have a buddy, Dimitri. He does detailing for a lot of the customers down at Double J Motorworks, which is where I take my car. I highly recommend, if you have any Audi Volkswagen, go to Double J. They're amazing there.
And what city and state would that be, Derek?
It is a Portland, Oregon, off of Airport Way.
Okay.
But Dimitri does awesome jobs, and he makes a living off of it, and I commend him for it because he's been doing it so long. He has that customer basis. I tell people that I make $300 to $400 on a car, and I say, oh, if I do 4 customers a month, I make the equivalent of what I make at work. They're like, well, why don't you do that? It's like, I'd love to, but that enhancement detail, a recurring customer does not need to do that every single month.
Right. Like, the people who are paying for that are probably doing it to their cars that they're not driving every day.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I would say I'd maybe do an enhancement detail. I'd check up on the car every like 3 months.
Right.
Or maybe like every season. You know, every summer I'll check on it. But that's not recurring enough. I would need, let's see. Derek can't do math in his head. That was never one of my skills. if for every month I would need 4 different customers to do the enhancement detail. That means I need 48 clients. And that's if I actually do those same clients every single year. That's the bare minimum.
Consistently.
Yes.
And that's not including people who might just not need it for whatever reason. People who might not have the money that month.
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
Yeah, like 2020. Because of COVID and everyone was going through financial hardships, I didn't detail at all. Even though I told myself in 2020 I was going to get a business license.
Oof.
But I said, what's the point? I haven't done any cars. The last one I did. Let's see. What does my phone say? October. It was Halloween of 2020.
That sounds about right. Because there was a point when you were doing a car like every weekend.
Mm-hmm. At least,
yeah. And some after work.
Yeah.
Good time to try out Pete's visor tech.
But yeah, that last one I did was Kat's grandparents' white Cadillac sedan. And they thought it was absolutely beautiful.
I think you're beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hurry up before the cops get here.
And like your mom and Scott's car, I only did that one time. And I did your mom's car June 15th of 2019.
Yeah, you know what though, especially about my mom, like she's the type to take care of her own car.
Oh, especially with Scott? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I know if they were financially fine, which I'm sure they are, but we're all struggling a little bit, is I gave them that stepping off point. And Scott is enough of a car person to keep that maintained for as long as possible with his know-how. You know?
Shit. Yes.
Because, like, after I was finished with his car, the Midnight Obsidian Pearl on his IPL, I made that thing a mirror finish, and he was astonished.
I'll figure out what's going on.
Oops.
Well, you messed that up.
That's not what I wanted.
Now,
I wanted to pull this thing down.
Now, do you remember the client I did? He had the Porsche Panamera.
Yes.
So
Gross.
he actually traded that in, and he got a used Carrera, and it's a white one. And he eventually wants me to detail that. He just needs to contact me, and we need to figure out something. But they also have an RV, and I do want to start getting into that because think of how much money I can make with an RV.
Oh yeah. Do the whole inside.
Even the exterior, I could
just
probably
the outside.
charge. I can charge a decent amount for just the exterior, just because of how big it is.
Imagine having to wax and buff that thing. You're gonna need an assistant.
Hey, if you're up for it.
Shoot, man. Anything to quit my current job.
Halvesies?
Halvesies?
I'll give you 25%
Of what?
what I make
25% of what you make?
on that job.
That's all of them.
Per job.
Now to get the trains.
Yeah,
back
for
on
the RV
tracks.
job.
Controls are probably.
What do you want more? If I give you,
Sorry,
if I charge
I was using my brain
$800 and I give you 25%, that's $200.
200 per? I don't know what your business model looks like just yet.
It's so small.
Let's go back to Spider-Man.
Well, I think it's time for it next time.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Really?
Tinkerer. Unc said
Who am I
that's
going
the
out?
leader.
I can't read that far, man.
It's 35 minutes.
No shit.
Yeah.
Well, go us.
Man,
All right. Well, I guess next time we'll figure out this train puzzle thing,
Yeah.
and we'll
next
get
time.
back into it. Whoop.
gonna have to get the train